All right. Khuram, we're very excited to have you as part of Everyday AI. Thank you for coming. I think maybe to kickstart this, maybe if you want to introduce yourself to the audience.
Sure. So yeah, I'm Khuram. I head up the data and AI function at Emirates Global Aluminium. Been in the region now for just under a year and a half.
Awesome. So Khuram, maybe let's kickstart this discussion around managing talent in data science. So at EGA, you've built a strong team of data scientists who are solving some of the most complex problems today in maybe in manufacturing industry. When you're hiring this talent, do you prioritize tech skills versus business skills? What do you think would make sense for the business today?
Yeah, so look, the wish list is always finding a genuine all-rounder, but it's extremely difficult to do that. We look for people with domain experience that benefits our industry. So it's not about just generic data science skills. Having knowledge of our industry, of how aluminium is manufactured, is extremely important. So those that can blend the two, we're trying to solve problems which, you know, the industry in generally has been trying for the last 20, 30, 40 years. And so all that we have to go through is publications. So, you know, we're talking about thermodynamics, melting operations, electrolysis. So it needs a combination of both a data-driven approach as well as understanding the domain.
Excellent. So Khuram, I think you've been quite vocal about building a citizen data science program in your organization. And I'm sure as a central team, you're still always approached by maybe business teams to solve their problems with data. They come to you sometimes maybe with simple asks when it comes to solving their analytics challenge. So my question is, to build such a program, you would need the buy-in from business executives. How would you go about that? So how would you make business adopt this self-service analytics mindset so that they can actually work on their problems on their own?
Yeah, so that's been a bit of a challenge for us. We're a 50-year-old company. Yeah. We started off with a centralized team working on specific AI use cases. And now we're on the journey of building this center of excellence team and to also enable and empower a citizen data movement. So I've actually renamed it from citizen data scientist to data movement because we're trying to solve data problems, a huge range of problems, not necessarily just data science. So I think taking a holistic approach has helped us. We're still early in our journey. A lot of people still have automation, reporting, kind of more analytical, or they're just trying to automate some stuff or find access to data. So we've taken a bit of a holistic approach and we build a community and forums for them to share ideas, have a channel where they can submit their ideas and us coach them.
Excellent. So I'll speak a bit of my experience, and I'm sure maybe many people in the audience agree. So whenever we mention the word citizen data scientist, or this concept that was coined by Gartner, whereby, you know, rather than hiring a bunch of data scientists, turning the business into self-service data movers, let's say, a lot of our prospects or customers challenge us. They don't believe really this is doable. They might agree that maybe the business might be able to build maybe BI dashboards, but then really to get them to the extent of actually working on a tool to solve a problem, they don't think this is doable. So I wanted to understand a bit more your experience and maybe looking back at the last 12 months, is there anything you would do differently? Are there best practices maybe you would look at replicating? Because obviously it's a lot more. It's about community building, it's around creating the excitement.
We'd be here for a very long time if I was to highlight all of the issues we encountered and things that I would do differently. But one of the things I kind of missed out was this emphasis on education and upskilling the community. So we've invested a huge amount in this various data pathways to become a data scientist, data engineer, or data analyst. So improving the data literacy and investing that amount of time has been extremely important for us. So I would always say, look, even more stronger focus on the data literacy part. We're on a journey. Still, individuals are very excited to get into this space, but don't really understand how it impacts their work and how they use this to kind of solve problems. So if it's the one key thing I would do, I would pinpoint would be the focus on upskilling and education piece.
Excellent. And how do you see this rolling out in the future? So this program obviously has started. You have teams who are excited, who have upskilled, who have maybe started working on the first set of use cases. How do you see this rolling out? What does the next 12 months look like?
So for me, the next 12 months is I want to see more ownership by the business with a clear sense of accountability and responsibility. I think that's something that we're working on, and we have a data and AI community of practice set up. Right now we're running a data ambassadors campaign as well, where we're formalizing people's roles and responsibilities, so formally recognizing them for their efforts. I would also like to see a finely tuned citizen backlog, which everyone has access to. One of the other key things is I want everyone, it's a bit aspirational, but the goal is everyone in the business should be able to answer 3 to 4 basic questions. What data do I have? Where is it? Who do I need to speak to? And what kind of projects are we working on? Providing that visibility to everyone then will, for me, trigger the next stage of curiosity, people trying to understand what are we currently working on and generating ideas and hypotheses.
Perfect. That's very ambitious. And in terms of use cases, I'm sure, like you're working on a variety of use cases, probably with standard machine learning, maybe as simple as building data products where you start with some data, do some kind of maybe data cleaning, and then end up with a dashboard. Just out of curiosity, have you explored, like the latest trends when it comes to Gen AI in the organization? Is there any specific topic in the AI space that's coming up now which you're particularly excited about and which you believe can have, can bring a lot of potential and benefits to your organization?
Yeah, so there's a few areas we're interested in. I think fine-tuning a model to understand our industry, to speak our specific operational language, is quite important. Comparing different models will also be one, so we want to kind of decouple a little bit and try different models, whether it's large or smaller language models, just to kind of see the ROI. And I suppose the AI agent is quite an interesting piece for me. Having our domain-specific agents being able to talk to each other and the additional kind of opportunities that will create is quite an interesting one for me.
Awesome. I think we're done. Thank you very much, Khuram. Thank you for sharing your ambitious vision for EGA. We'll be around if you'd like to chat with Khuram later. We'll both be around. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you, Jad. Thank you, Khuram. Next, we'll hear from Dataiku's Jean-Guillaume and Mehdi on the latest advancements in Dataiku's platform. We'll get some insight into the product vision and strategy from Jean-Guillaume, followed by a glimpse into a Dataiku demo for a look and feel. So please welcome on stage, Jean-Guillaume.